Kia ora team, my name's Ben and this
is Kelsey.
Alright, and now we're going to talk about
The urinary system.
the urinary system is made of,
2 kidneys
and their job is to,
filter waste from the blood.
good, and then we have 2,
Ureters,
good, and the ureter says ta to the,
kidneys. I'm going to give it to the bladder.
good, so ta for the urine, and it passes the urine to the bladder. Then we have 1,
Bladder
and its job,
is temporary storage for the urine.
good. How much urine can our bladder hold?
We can hold up to 1 litre.
Good. How much urine do we get in our bladder before we get our first sense that we have to urinate?
So 200 mils.
Gorgeous. Then our bladder leads to our,
Urethra,
good, and what's its job?
and it just drains the urine, so you just got to go to the toilet.
Gorgeous. Kia ora team, we're back. It's Ben and
Kelsey.
on our next step in the journey through the urinary system, we're going to talk about how our blood gets filtered. What is the job of the
So
kidneys?
the kidneys filters waste from the blood.
Gorgeous. Is the kidney just one filter?
No.
No, it's heaps and heaps and heaps of little filters. And each filter is called a
Nephron.
nephron. Good. We're going to look at what happens in one single nephron inside the kidney. So the first step is called,
Glomerular filtration.
good, it's called glomerular filtration because it happens in the,
Glomerulus.
yeah, and the glomerulus is a blood vessel comes in and then it splits into lots of fingers or a bird's nest and then a blood vessel comes out. The bird's nest is called the glomerulus. And what happens during glomerular filtration?
So plasma is pushed out into the glomerular capillaries into the Bowman's capsule, which as the product filtrate.
Good. So, blood comes in, and then in the glomerulus, the plasma is pushed out of the glomerulus and into the Bowman's capsule, and that's now known as filtrate. Filtrate is filtered blood. What goes through into the Bowman's capsule?
Plasma,
Plasma. What doesn't go through?
red blood cells,
Good. Because what colour's your wee?
yellow.
Yeah. If it's red, something bad's happened. Good. So now we've filtered the blood, and it's called filtrate. So we've pushed everything out except our red blood cells. So some of the stuff we're probably going to want to have back again. So the next step,
Tubular reabsorption.
okay. What happens during tubular reabsorption?
Useful substances of filtrate is reabsorbed into the surrounding capillaries.
Cool. So in the nephron, we've filtered it, turned it into filtrate, and then the stuff we want to keep comes out of the nephron and back into the capillaries to be used. Good. Next step.
Tubular secretion.
So what happens during tubular secretion?
So the waste from filtrate is kept in the nephron, sent to collecting ducts, eventually to the ureters, and bladder is secreted out.
Good. So we've got rid of our good stuff that we want to keep, and tubular secretion. Now, the stuff that we don't want to keep is kept in the nephron, sent to the collecting ducts, eventually to the ureter, then the bladder, and then urethra to get urinated out. And now it's called
Urine.
urine. Gorgeous.